Hi, welcome back. This is a recording of our sixth meeting about Goddess Yona. Today we're going to talk about Persephone, or Persephone in English. I will call it in an Italian way, in the Greek way, Persephone. Persephone is a very interesting goddess that I'm exploring with pleasure and interest. Growing up and studying the mythology of the Greek and Roman civilization, Persephone always had some sort of a weird vibe. She was described as the goddess of the underworld. So she always been associated with death and afterlife. So when I was a child and I didn't have so much knowledge about this topic, she kind of put me a bad vibe on. And I am happy to discover another side of this amazing goddess and very interesting goddess that yes, she is the goddess of the underworld because she is the wife of Hades, which is the god of the underworld, and they get married. And she's the goddess also of the afterlife. This is it's an interesting aspect because it can be read in different ways. She's also the goddess of vegetation, but specific vegetation like grain. For example, she protects grain. Grain are very important in the ancient civilization of Roman and Greek time because they used a lot of grain to feed themselves, to create bread, to create other type of meal that sustain the entire population. And they used to save this grain in a very dark place, protected from the weather, for example, or from the sun. And by keeping the grain underneath, under the earth in a fresh, dark place, the grain didn't get spoiled. So it's interesting how she protects life through the darkness, through a fresh place under the earth. But what is important about Persephone is this connection with the depth within ourselves, with the depth, with the profundity of ourselves, because she is the goddess of the underworld, the world that is behind appearances, the world that is hidden behind doors. It's that type of world that barely gets explored because it's the world of the dead, where there is darkness, where there is no life. It's basically, she represents the goddess of the void, where, in my opinion, in my experience, everything exists and everything get created and destroyed at the same time. And everything exists and everything doesn't exist. It's just simply the void. It's the place where we associate with death, but it's also the place where we might find a new birth, a renaissance of our life, because we go so deep into the darkness, into the void, that we can activate profound transformation and healing. So for me, Persephone is the archetype of that feminine energy and willpower that can really lead us deeply into ourselves, into that part of us that we keep hidden, even from us, not just from others, but from us. And it's really that part in ourselves, in our personality, that we call shadow or demons, that is deeply radicated and engraved into our core, into the core of our personality and identity. Our identity comes with a beautiful light and with these beautiful shadows or darkness. We are made by both of these sides. And we spend so much time completely ignoring the shadows, completely ignoring the darkness within ourselves, which is not necessarily negative things. Our shadows are not necessarily negative, but our society has led us to believe that it's negative to connect to that part. That part is just, in my opinion, our magical side. Is that core where our magic power comes from and allow us to create the life that we want. It's that will power that when it's activated can really, together with the light within us, it can really bring forward the true desire that it's hidden within our heart. So to me, for Persephone is that force. She represents the energy hidden. It's the underworld within ourselves, that part where there is the void, where everything can be created, where there is the potential to create everything and the potential to destroy everything. It's the part, probably is the part that we call subconscious. I don't know if there is any relationship, but I feel it like a core. And I feel it here at the level of our navel and solar plexus. And there is a kind of a connection between this area energetically and our mind. So Persephone is really the power of giving us the courage to go deep within, to dive deep into the void and to mingle with our dark and light side and let them merge together, really to find the balance of the perfect Tao symbol, where there is light, there is darkness, where there is darkness, there is light. And in this balance, there is the full manifestation of our existence as a goddess, as a creative being. And I'm really doing an interesting work on that these days, and that's why I feel so connected and so powerfully involved with this type of energy that Persephone brings forward, forth. So today it might be a shorter class, but we're gonna do a lot of work to open our solar plexus and to make the navel a little bit stronger, but by releasing any form of tension. What really prevents us to go deep into our underworld is the fear to find something that we don't like, is the fear that people might judge us, and is the fear that we will not make it, or it's whatever fear is that Persephone gives us the courage to go and to break this fear, but we needed to create strength in our nervous system, and we had to create some open space in our solar plexus, emotionally speaking, and in our navel as well, to allow this confidence, this courage to go deep in. So we're going to do some work first to ground ourselves, and then we're going to work mostly with breathing exercise and with some movement, both in standing position and sitting position, to unlock some energy at the level of the solar plexus. And then I will end with a nice meditation just to refocus the energy, because we need also to be balanced. Really, Persephone is a chance to balance our energy within ourselves, so that the energy balanced and harmonized can be reflected outside. So gently sit in easy pose with your legs crossed, and gently, if you can, just have your feet one in front of the other. Since we are working mostly with the belly area and the solar plexus is right beneath your heart, beneath your chest. Let's relax our arms, our hands at the level of the navel. I found this posture, left hand touching the navel and right hand on top with thumbs touching, very comforting, very relaxing, and very calming. Okay, and take a deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale again. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Stay with your spine straight and start to breathe long and deep. Today we're going to do a slightly different type of grounding and centering. So no cords to the earth for today. And the way how we ground is just by focusing our attention on our womb or lower abdomen. We have done it before, previously in other classes. And today we're going to use it specifically to ground ourselves and to really activate this body of light before we start the work. It's like we want to bring as much light as we can in before we go deep into the dark side or the void. So take a deep breath in again, and as you expand your belly, your lower belly, bring your attention really to the center of your lower belly. As you exhale, you contract the belly in. Inhale, expand the belly, the lower belly. And exhale, relax and contract a little bit inside the belly. Keep going in this way, maintaining the concentration on the lower belly, on the womb area. Now as you inhale, expand your hands out as you expand your belly. And as you exhale, bring your hands back in as you push your belly in. Empty your lungs. Inhale. And exhale. And exhale. For someone that is enough. And take a deep breath in. Gently, as you inhale, bring the energy up to your heart. Touch your heart, exhale. Inhale, higher. And then exhale. And then again. Hands on your belly. Inhale. As you lift your arms on your heart, press and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Touch your belly. Inhale. Bring the energy up to your heart. As you exhale, you press your hands on your chest to allow your heart to completely let go. And then inhale. Expand your aura. And then exhale, relax. And bring your hands on your knees. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Stretch your spine up. And let's move a little bit this energy around the navel and solar plexus by using Sufi-Ground. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, roll the spine down. Relaxing, especially when you roll, you relax your spine. And then from here, you start to create a beautiful circle with your chest. If you feel any pain in your lower spine, in your legs, use your breath and the movement to let go any form of tension. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Change direction. Inhale to the center. And exhale, put your feet together into butterfly pose. Not too close to your body, but just enough to be able to reach your feet or your ankle. And inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull your spine into camel right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, exhale, relax. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, stretch your arms. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, stretch up. Gently stretch your legs and massage your knees. Shake your legs. And gently come sitting on your heels with your spine straight. And open your arms, lifting your chest up. Your arms are here, soft. And inhale. And exhale. Open always your chest. Lift your solar plexus. There is a moment of suspension here. And then exhale to the other side. We can do so much by just touching, by allowing our physical body to relax. We stimulate the nervous system and the synapses in our mind, in our brain, to give us a little bit more strength, emotional presence, so we can do the energetic work that we need to do. And here, relax and up. Exhale. Inhale. It's important to cross here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And now inhale as you lift and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, one arm at a time. And when you go up, you lean backward slightly, so we open these solar plexus more. Navel is in and down. Inhale and down. Inhale and down. Allow your head to follow the movement. And gently come back. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Come into your fork. Open your fingers wide apart. And inhale, curve your spine toward the floor, and exhale, curve the spine toward the ceiling. Now, curve your spine toward the floor, hold the position, and move your spine to your right side, your hips go to the left, your head to the left. Then move your spine up, and then rotate your spine to the left side. Your hips and head look to the right side, and then back to the center, down to the floor. And keep going, create this beautiful circle with your spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Yes, somebody. And please change direction. And inhale, come back, sitting on your heels. In. Let's start with some breathing movement. To put your hands, left hand down at the level of your navel, the right hand right on top of your solar plexus. And start to breathe long and deep. And you really have to feel this expansion of your belly area. When you exhale, you really contract the navel in, and when you inhale, you expand the belly out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Let's inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. When you inhale, you have to be very precise. You have to focus on how much deep you can go with your breath. You have to imagine to go in the darkest and deepest and lowest part of your lungs. So this allows you to go deeply inside your womb area, your core. Inhale very deeply. Imagine to access this very deep corner of your lungs. And when you exhale, you imagine to go so deeply clearing up this area from whatever fear you hold on. Now inhale and exhale. And if you're familiar with breath of fire, do breath of fire. Subtle breath of fire, no strong, no this. I don't want you to do this. I want you to do it very, very subtle, very soft. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Interlace your fingers, flip your arms up and start to make a rotation of your torso. Big circles, allowing your arms to move accordingly. Inhale as you bring your arms back and you open your chest. Exhale as you bring your arms forward and you pull your chest. These move the energy from the belly up, especially after breath of fire. Gently change direction. Inhale and exhale. Hands again here. Breathe, deep breath in. Exhale, breath of fire. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, interlace your fingers and flip your palms up. And again, rotate. Change direction. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands on the floor, lift your hips and tuck your toes down for a moment to just sit on your heels. So you stretch your toes fully and completely. And then go in balance on your tippy toes, your knees are inside your arms. And then inhale, gently stretch your legs. And just for a moment, and your torso. And oscillate your torso side to side. And inhale, roll your spine up. Take a deep breath in. Bring your feet one fist apart. Okay, they are parallel and they are one fist apart. If you look down, you can fit one fist between your toes. From here, bend your knees slightly down and let's just simply bring your navel in and just simply move your hips forward and then relax. Don't push it back, just relax. Forward, pushing your solar plexus and your lower abdomen in, so you curve your hips forward, you tilt them forward, and then relax. And exhale, tilt forward, and then relax. And to do something that is unusual, really to trigger some more emotional stuff, when you inhale, you tilt forward. And you exhale, you relax it. This is not what it usually happens. So it just triggered the nervous system to send a different signal. Inhale as you tilt forward and you push your navel in, and exhale, there is a complete relaxation. Now, forward, transfer up to the chest, relax. Forward, like a wave, all the way up to your chest, relax. And forward, all the way up, relax. Now let's reverse the respiration, the breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And relax. Up, down. The wave up, the wave down. The wave up, the wave down. Inhale and exhale. Up, down. You have to feel the energy travel through the body as it goes down, and then as it goes down, up and down, up and down. One more time, up, one more time, down. And relax. Open your eyes. The movement of the energy up and down is important. It can be done in different ways. It can be done in this way, just undulating forward, back, up, like a camel movement, or it can be done forward, down, forward, down. Actually, it's better I explain it like this way. Forward, up, down, forward, up, down, forward, up, down, or forward, back, up, down, forward, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down, back, up. So we have 2 or 3 ways to move the energy up and down, and I found this extremely powerful when I needed to unlock something very tight emotionally, or when I needed to transform or to shake my energy pretty quickly. And at the same time, besides transforming my energy from the lower energetic triangle to the higher energetic triangle, it also helps me to ground a lot. So let's try this movement, this rotation for a couple of minutes with the breath. So let's start from back, up, forward, down, 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 and faster. And smaller. Smaller. And inhale. And exhale. Now, look at my hands up, forward, back, down, up, forward, down. The opposite. Down, forward, up, back, down, up, back, down, forward, 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 up, back, down, and faster. Inhale. Open your legs. And just let's use our hands to swipe energy. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hands on your navel. And exhale. Inhale, gently sit down in easy pose, it's okay. And put your hands on your navel. And left hand on your navel, right hand on the floor, right in front of you. And as we do in Satyamangasayam, in Kundalini Yoga, just as you touch the floor, become aware of the feeling, sensation, perception, whatever you are receiving. Energetically, when you touch this element earth, that it's so connected to Mother Earth, which inside the underworld, the part that is connected to Persephone very, very profoundly. In the mythology, it was believed that the entrance into the underworld was like a corner of a mountain, and by going through that cave, you could access the center of the earth, where there was, the afterlife, the death, and the dead, and the underworld, where Persephone and Hades were king and queen. So as you touch, and you touch your own core, your own void, your underworld within yourself, your deep, deep, deep core, your deep subconscious, where we hide everything that we don't want to see. Just as you breathe and as you connect to Mother Earth, just ask to Mother Earth to help you see what it needs to be seen, what you are ready to see now. Nothing that you are not ready to see will emerge, only that you are ready to see, to look at. Breathe long and deep. Just let these emerge. And as your vision, if nothing emerges, totally fine, it will eventually emerge. But as you connect to the earth, just ask to Mother Earth, and in this case to Persephone, to help you release that fear, to help you to embrace that shadow that is part of your identity, your true identity, to merge and emerge and embrace your light and be part, recognize, be blessed. Ask the energy of Persephone to help you accept that who you are, the dark and the light. Embracing the darkness gives you great, great, great power. It makes you stronger to who wants to offend you, attack you. Embracing your darkness makes you less vulnerable, less weak. Just as you connect to your own vulnerability, to your own core, your inner underworld, and you connect your own individual core to the core of Mother Earth, to the underworld of Mother Earth, and in this case Mother Earth is Persephone, you ask to help yourself to figure out your void, your darkness, and to accept it in full. You might not see anything at the moment, but if you really are honest, something will emerge in the next few days. This happened to me, and I am incredibly surprised on how much darkness I have to embrace, and it's so beautiful, such an empowering process, and so much loving and kindness is coming forward for me and for whatever is around me. This is very, very important. Gently just raise your right hand above your head so that the light of the goddess coming from the universe can descend, emerge with the energy into your core, so that they can become one, unified, harmonized, and balanced. It's just enough to call in this energy and ask to be blessed, balanced, and harmonized. Darkness and light embrace each other within ourselves, within myself, creating balance, harmony, and peace. Heal any resistance, heal any limit, heal any fear to accept who I am in every single form I am. Gently bring your right hands on your heart. As I am here today, sitting in my own presence, I become more aware, conscious, and accepting of who I am. I embrace my light as well as my darkness. I let merge my sun and my moon within myself. I accept the goddess and the god as guidance, as a part of my existence, as entity energy within myself, as part of me. As you visualize under your left hand on your navel, you will visualize a Tao symbol full of light at the level of your navel, and as well as another one at the level of your heart. So you position two Tao symbols and allow these symbols to heal whatever energy limitation we hold in our heart and in our center of power, which is our navel and solar plexus. Allow this symbol to stay in place for the time that we need to recreate balance and harmony. When this harmony is recreated, the symbol can dissolve itself. And this is a command. And we accept the work of the energy that is done. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your hands on Mother Earth. Just relax your hands and allow the energy in excess to be released into the earth. And check your hands. Inhale, open your arms. Palms together, exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry, the meditation was coming through me as we were doing it. So I hope I have explained everything I was seeing. If you do not understand what I'm saying, because I was trying to translate the pictures and the vision that I was receiving, ask me, because I remember what I have done, and I might be able to explain it to you a little bit more nicely. There is another meditation that I would like to teach you, and I have no time this time, but I will be probably including this meditation next time. And it's a meditation that I have been doing every single morning to really connect to the goddess and to align my destiny to my reality. It's like really aligning what I'm feeling within myself with what is outside. There is not that harmony. Maybe for you it's not the same, but it really gives you great power and very focused mind. And it's almost like you say something and that something manifests right after. And it's a simple meditation. You put your hands in this way with your pink fingers pointing up. Pink finger, index fingers pointing up. Your hands are at the level of your shoulders and they are by the side of your head. I chant a Sanskrit mantra. With this meditation, I keep it and it's about 11 minutes, 40 minutes. And this mantra is Om, Aim, Hrim, Klim, Chamundaye, Viche. Om, Hrim, Klim, Om, Aim, Hrim, Klim, Chamundaye, Viche. And I repeat it 108 times. There are recordings available, but next time we will be doing it together in the next video. And it's, if you want to start, just ask me and I will make something available for you. Inhale. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. 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 This is just an example, and it calls the energy of the three goddesses, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Kali, to really bring balance into our existence. It's a very powerful protection mantra as well against whatever negative forces that comes from ourselves or from the outside. Let's see next time. Maybe we can practice together. For now, have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, thank you for being so present and supportive in my life. Thank you. Bye.